Welcome to a different type of video on the channel. Today, we are going to be talking about this. The custom license plates here in Quebec. Now, if you listen to the Engine Failure podcast, which you most definitely should, or if you follow me on Twitter, you might have heard me talk about the countless problems that I've had with these license plates. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about today. If you don't do either of those things, let me give you a little bit of a backstory on these things. So a couple of months ago, the SAAQ, which is like the DMV equivalent here in Quebec, they set up a program so people could order custom license plates. Long story short, all you needed to do is have a valid driver's license, which I do. Then you had to pay $250, then you could choose whatever tag you wanted. Obviously, there were some rules associated with that. And then after it got approved by a team of people, you got your license plate a couple of weeks later. The whole program was designed to make the government a little bit of extra money. They cost $250 and I was completely okay with that, so I bought 4 of them. And that is when the problem started. The 4 license plates that I bought all had problems. Each problem was different, so that is what we're gonna talk about today. Some of the problems are pretty funny and weird, to be honest. Anyways, I guess we'll start it off with this guy, GTRR. This license plate I was obviously going to put on my Nissan GTR. So when I ordered this license plate, I ordered it the very second day that you could actually buy them. And when I did, the rules for ordering them looked like this. A couple of weeks later, I received the license plate and the rules had changed to looking like this. The change there that concerns me and this license plate is putting it on company cars. If you've seen my Nissan GTR before, it's wrapped in an entire AR12 Galaxy paint job. The car is used for photo shoots and filming, and because of that, it is a company car. And company cars cannot have custom license plates on them. Or so the rules now say. Which means this GTR license plate can never go on my car, which is kinda crappy. Something I do find kind of funny is in Quebec, the way you can actually tell a company car apart from other cars is that it starts with an F. Now, however, you could actually go in and order custom license plate that start with an F, making the entire system for company license plates just useless. You can't tell a company car from a normal one now. So, I'm just saying, if you want to let me put this on my car, it makes no difference anymore. Anyways, that's 1 out of the 4. Let's move it on to the more interesting ones. So let's move it along and talk about my second license plate, which I would love to show you, but I don't have, because it was actually rejected. Now, when you go and order a license plate, you go and submit the thing, it takes some people some time to review it, and then you get an email saying it's been approved, and you get your license plate a couple of weeks later. However, when your plate gets rejected, you do the whole same thing. You get an email saying, like, they're gonna review it, but then after it gets rejected, nothing happens. They just refund you your money, that's it. They don't give you a reason why or anything, they just refund you. However, I would imagine my AR12 license plate was rejected because it is a gun. Sorta. And apparently, the government deems guns as offensive, in their words. However, me being me, I went online and I found some things that are not deemed offensive. For example, I found this guy whose license plate actually says guns, and his was allowed. I don't know how the word gun is less offensive than a type of gun. However, apparently the government deems it acceptable. Anyways, I didn't stop my search with that one. I went digging a little bit more. I first found one that was pretty interesting to me. Vagina? Now, we can't ignore the obvious elephant in the room. Why you would want this on your license plate, I don't know. However, the government accepted the word vagina and it is driving around somewhere in Quebec right now. Anyways, it is 2018, and because it's 2018, that means equality is a thing. So the government, of course, had to accept this other plate. Penis. So, yeah, penis is now driving around somewhere in Quebec as well, and somebody paid $250 for that. I'm just saying, if I knew they were going to accept that one, I totally would have bought that one. That one, I could admit, is funny. Sticking with human body parts being written on license plate, this one person decided it would be funny to write uterus on their license plate. I'm just saying, how funny would it be one day if penis rear-ended vagina and into uterus? Is that how cars are made nowadays? Like, if I want a new car, can I call those 3 people up and ask for some help? However, some other people decided to push the rules a little bit further. Like this one guy who got smegma on his license plate. Like, that's just weird. If you don't know what smegma is, go online and look it up, or Or don't. Anyways, if you do come to Quebec, look out for all those 4 license plates. So, yeah, I don't know how those were accepted and AR-12 wasn't, but, good job, government. Anyways, let's move it on to the 3rd license plate, which I did actually get, and that is this one. Ditch. I actually bought this license plate for a friend of mine who famously crashed into a ditch. And I thought it would be funny to remind him of that fact every single time he gets into his car. Now I said the government actually changed their rules for this. So initially, again, they looked like this and turned into this. And it specifically says there you cannot buy a license plate to offer it for another person. So, this license plate, as funny as it is, I can't give to my friend because it's just deemed unacceptable now for some reason. So although I have the plate and I could physically put it on a car, the government will not let me give it to a friend for whatever reason. This is another license plate which is done and $500 out the window. Anyways, I did say I ordered 4 license plates and the 4th one was YouTube. Now one of the rules that was in place even when I bought this place was that you are not allowed to use trademarked or copyrighted terms in your license plate, which obviously YouTube is trademarked by Google. It's a whole thing, so obviously I wouldn't be allowed to have YouTube on my license plate. I completely understand that. However, this person got a license plate that says Mazda. I'm just saying, I have a feeling Mazda is a trademarked name. I don't know what would give me that thought, but possibly, I don't know, I might have heard of Mazda before. So I'm just saying, I don't know why this person got the license plate Mazda and I couldn't have the YouTube license plate. I'm just saying, that's not cool. So, I'm a bit stuck. I've spent $1,000 on things I can't use. I'm lucky to have been refunded 500 of those dollars, but, here we are, stuck with these still. Anyways, that is my license plate story. These license plates are not allowed on cars, so SAAQ, it is your move. Let me know what I can do with these license plate. Hopefully at some point in the future, these will actually be able to go on some cars. But until then, there's nothing I can do with them. I hope in the future we can make a follow-up to this where we're putting some license plates on a car. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you then. Bye!